Hello there, my name is Richard McMunn from the interview training company passmyinterview.com, and in this tutorial I'm going to teach you how to answer personality interview questions. Now these kind of questions are becoming more common during interviews, and they are designed to assess your attitude and motivations for work, and also whether or not you will fit into a team within an organisation. So if you have any kind of interview coming up, I would strongly recommend you watch this from beginning to end, because there is a chance you will get asked a number of personality interview questions during your interview. Now, before I get into those, a very warm welcome to this interview training tutorial. My name is Richard McMunn, that's me there in the centre, the bald chap, and I've been helping people for about 20 years now to pass interviews, and I do that by giving you unique top scoring answers that you can't find anywhere else. So please do stick around, watch it from beginning to end. Please also make sure you subscribe by clicking that red button below the video, and that way you're not going to miss out on any of the weekly training tutorials that I'm uploading. And also, I would genuinely very much appreciate it if you gave the video a like, a thumbs up. That always motivates me to create more content for you. Thank you very much. So, what are personality interview questions? What are they? Well, personality interview questions, they're becoming increasingly more popular and common during interviews, and they're used as a way to assess how you are likely to perform in specific situations. Now, they are predominantly used to assess your personality type and also to determine whether or not your attitude and motivations are suited to the role that you're being interviewed for. Now, upon first inspection, when you see a personality interview question, it seems really easy to answer. However, if you say the wrong thing, you're not getting the job. So let's start taking a look at a few examples of my personality interview questions that I want you to prepare for. Here we go. Question number 1. Your manager asks you to complete a task, but you think it's impossible to achieve. What would you do and what would you say? Let me repeat that. Your manager asks you to complete a task, but you think it's impossible to achieve. What would you do and say? So this is assessing your personality type in respect of whether you are determined, you're enthusiastic with each task. So some people might be, thinking about how they respond to this and say, well, I would approach my manager in a polite way and say, we really can't do that. This is not the answer you need to give. Here's the answer you've got to give for this question. I would just go ahead and do the task to the best of my ability. I believe if you start off with a negative mindset of, I can't do this, then you're already setting yourself up to fail. If you go ahead with a task with the right mindset and you use all of the resources and the people within your team that are available, you can achieve anything. So that's the right answer to that question, because they're looking to assess whether you're positive, whether you're determined, and you'll give things a go anyway. So you'll see that answer is positive in nature. That's what they are looking for from the question. Your manager asks you to complete something, but you think it's impossible. What would you do and what would you say? Next personality interview question. This is a difficult one. If you could change one thing about your personality, what would it be? So we don't want to be saying things like, well, I don't like working with other people, spend too much time on the computer, or, I have a short fuse and I become angry quite quickly. We don't want to say anything like that. We have to be careful with what we say in respect of this answer. So if you could change one thing about your personality, what would it be? This is what I would say to this question. Overall, I'm quite happy with my personality and the positive mindset that I have. However, if I had to choose one thing that I had to change, it would probably be the fact that I'm too friendly at times. In the past, this has sometimes led to people taking advantage. I think the right balance would be to still maintain my friendly nature, but I also need to learn when to say no if I feel uncomfortable with a particular situation or scenario. That's a safe answer. It's a safe answer. Because everyone likes people who are friendly, but obviously, as you and I know, if you're too friendly, sometimes people might take advantage. Let's take a look at another difficult personality interview question. How do you view change? Do you like change, or are you more of a, if it ain't broke, don't fix it type of person? Now, the majority of people are exactly that. They think, well, if it isn't broke, why should we fix it? But that's no good as an employee. The hiring manager is looking for you to embrace change positively, because we live in a modern world where change happens all of the time. And if an organisation is to succeed in the future, it needs to change. all the time, and it needs people like you to embrace it. Here's my great answer to this question. In my opinion, change is something that's really positive, and I think we should all embrace it positively. In order for a business or organisation to succeed, especially in the modern world where things change all of the time, I think it's imperative to have staff who embrace change with a positive attitude. Also, if you've been in a job for a long time, change is actually a very much welcome entity because it makes your job feel fresh and new, and it also allows you to learn new skills and maintain a varied working day. That is the right answer to that personality interview question based on change. Now, I've got some more to run through, so please don't go anywhere. But if you do want to download my full set of 20 personality interview questions and answers, you can click that link there in the top right hand corner and it will take you through to my website, Pass My Interview, where you can download those. Let's have a look at another one. Describe a time when you missed an important deadline at work. Oh, this is a tricky question. Describe a time when you missed an important deadline at work. Don't get caught out by this. Don't get caught out. Here's my answer. To be honest, I have never missed an important deadline at work. I am naturally an organised person who always plans meticulously for all tasks. I will always think ahead to make sure I have the resources and expertise to complete a task properly, whilst also thinking about any potential barriers that might come up that would prevent me from meeting a deadline. Now, whilst I do believe I'm very good at completing projects and tasks on time, I'm certainly not naive, and I will always plan to make sure things get done to the right standard and to the specification required. So some people will say, oh yeah, I've missed quite a few deadlines before. It's not what you want to be saying. Okay, next question. What irritates you the most at work? Tricky question, because we all get irritated by things. So what irritates you most at work? Here would be my answer to this personality interview question. I don't get irritated that much at work, to be honest. However, if I had to choose one thing that is most likely to irritate me, it would be when I'm waiting for external suppliers, people or stakeholders to come back to me, especially when the completion of my own project or task is dependent on their response. Having said that, over the years, I've become really good at putting pressure on people in a polite way in order to persuade them to come back to me quickly so I can then move on and complete my own project or task quickly and effectively. So that's the correct answer to that personality interview question. So let's take a look at some more now. If you want the full lot, and I'll go through these in a second with you, 20 personality interview questions, there's a link below the video. You can click that and it will take you through right to my page here on passmyinterview.com. So 20 personality interview questions and answers. So I've got them here. The ones I've put up, I've been through the first 5. Other ones, would you prefer to work as part of a team or alone? Are you more likely to look at the bigger picture or do you prefer to focus on detail? Which would you regret the most, a mistake you made or not having given something a try? Tell me about a time when your supervisor or manager was not happy with the work you'd completed. What motivates you? What's the best idea you've ever come up at work? I've given you answers to all of these. What do you dislike doing the most at work? What 3 adjectives describe you best? You're working as part of a large team and one individual irritates you. What would you do? Which leader is your biggest inspiration? I've given you a great leader in the answer. What are your 2 biggest successes, one personal and one professional? What's the most useful criticism you've ever received? What hobbies or activities do you do? What's your favourite quote and why? So I've given you answers to all of those personality interview questions. Like I say, they're being used a lot now during interviews, so make sure you prepare for them. I hope you've enjoyed that tutorial. If you've got any questions, stick them in the comments section below. Or if there's any I've not covered that you want me to answer, please tell me what the question is in the comments section below and I'll create a video for you. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe. Very much appreciate that. I love your support and appreciate it. Have a brilliant day and I wish you all the best for passing your interview. Thank you for watching.